Hello! Alright, so Chris, you did a video a few days ago where you gave a tour of your hotel room from the conference. And in the comments, it got a little weird, and people were talking about the crapper and this and that, and you had mentioned that Thomas Crapper was the inventor of the toilet. However, this is not true. And I am going to give you guys a little history lesson on the toilet. You're welcome. Alright, so this whole thing about Thomas Crapper being the inventor of the toilet started in 1969 with a book by a guy called Wallace Rayburn. Wallace Rayburn wrote a book called Flushed with Pride, the story of Thomas Crapper. And in this book, Thomas Crapper was this great plumber. He was not just a great plumber. It wasn't good enough for him to just be a good plumber. He was the plumber to the Queen. And not only was he the plumber to the Queen, he was knighted by the Queen for his outstanding plumbing services because he was just that good. And also, he invented the toilet. Except he didn't at all. Yeah. This book was later found out to be a hoax, and this writer is known for writing satirical stuff. Other books that he's written, he wrote a book called Bust Up, the story of Otto Titsling. Titsling, get it? Yeah, so basically, he's known for making things up, and he's satirical and not true information. So anyways, back to Thomas Crapper. Thomas Crapper was a real person, though. He did not make up Thomas Crapper. He lived in 19th century London, and he really was a plumber, just not a plumber to the Queen. He had 9 patents, and those were between 1881 and 1896. But not one of those 9 plumbing patents were for the toilet. That is credited with a guy called Alexander Cummings. And he is said to have invented the first flush mechanism in 1775, which is 50 years before Crapper was even born. And then the first guy to get patented with siphonic flush is called Joseph Adamson. And that was in 1853, 8 years before Crapper had even started his plumbing business. So, where does the whole Crapper thing come in, you might ask? Or might not, but I'm going to assume that you asked. So, alright. So what happened is Thomas Crapper had a nephew who was also a plumber. Family business, I suppose. And this nephew, George, he is awarded a patent in 1897 for improvements related to automatic siphon flush tanks. Automatic siphonic flushing tanks. So he gets this patent, and that's that. The name Crapper was actually marked on many toilets, apparently, and there's a myth related to that, which I'm going to tell you now. So goes the myth. There was this American soldier who was stationed in England during World War I, and in the legend, this soldier didn't have very much experience with indoor plumbing, and he saw the name Crapper inscribed on the toilets. And so he brings the term Crapper back to America and uses it as a synonym for toilet. And that is said to be where we get it from, the Crapper. Yeah. Don't know if that part is true or not, but I would like to believe it because it sounds kind of cool. So, I hope that was fun for you. I had fun learning about the Crapper and Mr. Crapper and his nephew, Mr. Crapper. So, don't forget to be awesome. And you can thank Alexander Cummings and Joseph Adamson for your crapper. The FTBA.